On Saturday, November the 4th, we lost a great man, husband, dad, grandpa, pop. My idea is to create a video diary of sorts to help me along with my healing. And if it helps someone out there somewhere that just happens to come across these, even better. I'm not saying it's going to be professional or maybe even consistent or comprehensive, coherent, whatever big words you want to use. It may be a big mess, but it's something. Hey, Dad, good morning. It's Wednesday, November 22nd. I just woke up a few minutes ago. I had an eyelash in my eye. It was poking me. So we had your service yesterday, and it was really nice. Very windy and chilly outside, but we decided to keep it small this time. The lady said they would have 15 chairs. I'm like, we were joking, talking about how that's just ours. That's just our group right there, our family. And I mean, yeah, pretty much. We filled up the chairs before any of the guests got there. And dude wasn't able to go. He was at work. We forgot. When we still bugging me. Sorry. When we were scheduling the service, we totally forgot that he would be at work. I felt kind of bad, but it's okay. And so it was us, and my co-teacher showed up. I only invited her. I didn't invite any of the other coworkers. One of our cousins showed up, and then grandma and two of our tias ended up showing up, but it was already when like the prayers had been said and everything, and we put you in your little box, the niche, whatever she called it. But they at least came by and saw you and everything. But it was really, really nice. I liked it. I was worried about when we left how that was gonna be, because I was driving this time. Like I said, dude wasn't there, and he had been driving. And then like Frida was driving to our appointments and everything. So, I mean, I'm not too confident in my own driving skills. I mean, as far as driving, yeah, but like my sense of direction, I was like, I hope we don't get lost. And my mom's like, we're not gonna get lost. But I mean, yeah, from all the, cause I was using the excuse, you know, Frida was driving, or dude was driving, and what if I don't know the way? But it's like when you were in the hospital all those times, and at first I thought, oh, how am I gonna find my way to the hospital on my own? Whenever I would get off work or whatever, because usually somebody was with me in the car and could tell me, oh, turn this way, turn that way. But it became almost like an autopilot type thing. I already, in my mind, I knew the way, but I just felt, I don't know, I didn't feel confident in my sense of direction. But I found I found it easy, very easy. Um, so now I can go visit you too. Um, I had a dream. It was so weird. Whenever dude left, I was on my phone for a bit, and then I fell back asleep, and it was like I don't know if it was like a dream within a dream or memory within a dream. I don't know. And what it was we were at the house. We're at somebody's house or something like that. Because at first it was somebody else's house, but then as the dream went on, it was our house. I don't know. But we were looking through things that we wanted to buy. It was just like little trinkets here and there. And I went to throw something outside, like in the big trash cans. And when I was coming back from that, I was having some kind of memory of you. This was in my dream. And I was remembering all the times, I'd go in there and I'd help you. And then we'd sit there and you would just go on and on for hours and hours about all these memories that you had from when you were younger, from when you were little in Mexico, and things like that. And in my dream, I was just crying and crying because I wasn't gonna have that anymore. Which, I mean, now that I think back at it, yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna have that anymore. But yeah, in my dream, I just started bawling, and then I gathered myself up again, and I went back inside the house, and I was wiping tears, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was apologizing for crying at your memory, but I walked in, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I was just remembering, and then I told them about the other part where I was remembering all the times that, you would be sharing your whole life story. It was weird. But yeah, but that was my dream. But for the sake of not having another rambly video, which I think they're all going to be pretty rambly. I mean, like I keep saying, that is the whole point. I'm venting, I'm getting all of this out, putting it out in the world. Yeah. Oh, that reminded me as well of at the service, Turkey was not happy. He was, crying, and so I gave him a hug, and I was telling him, I was like, look, this is where your grandpa's gonna be now. You can come visit him, or you can even just talk to him out loud anytime you want. And I told him, I was like, I've been doing that. And I know at one point, a couple of, days and days, probably weeks before that, Ariel had mentioned it as well to him. And she said something about talking to her pop, which is what she calls, my dad. And he's like, how can you talk to him? He's dead. He was upset. But she's, she stayed calm, and she's like, no, you can talk to him anytime. You could just talk out loud to him. He can hear you. And I was like, oh, that was so sweet. And so she was saying, my mom does that with her mom. And her, my brother's wife's mom passed, years ago. And, she was telling her, my mom talks to her mom all the time out loud. You could talk to Pop whenever you want. And so, I joined in. I was like, that's true. You could talk to them whenever you want. I mean, I do it. I didn't tell him that part at that time, but I told Turkey yesterday. I was like, I do it all the time, and I do. Sometimes I'll walk in your room and sit on your bench and just have a whole conversation. These video diary things. I'm having a whole conversation with you. That's why I usually just look away, because I'm just in my thoughts, and I don't feel like directly staring at myself or at the camera the whole time. But anyways, now I've just gone way off the rails. But all right, Dad. You take care. Get some rest and try not to worry about us too much.